prefer flowers, but they all choked under an ice moon. The frost left on the park, the day's eyes had closed.
Okay. Yeah.
How was yesterday's manic tour of Manchester?
It was good fun. Yeah, we bussed to a load of emo kids who were having water fights, and then we got on a bus and sort of intimidated / entertained a load of people. I think entertaining, intimidating, entertaining. Good name to it. And then kind of just had a bit of a wander around in the sunshine and played to some people in a pub. It was great.
It was good. We had the appearance of shaking hands with Bill, who never really play unless they are given a guitar on a bus.
Yeah.
In which case they exactly
They'll just
intimidate
go for
everyone.
The government on
the government on the bus. Yeah, I think I might have some of it on the camera, so
that'd be good to see.
We'll get some of that. So explain to us why you're in Manchester. So why you were in Manchester at all?
In Manchester because I wanted to do a short mini tour. I played in Nottingham on Thursday, York on Friday, and then Saturday night came down here. Basically, I've got an album out next month, and so I'm doing the go around to people and kind of whinge in their faces until they agree to buy it, kind of thing. It's just want to do more touring and go to places I've not been before. I've never been here before, so it's a good chance to.
You picked a particularly nice Manchester weekend. Usually it's raining and not very nice.
Yeah, I have heard it is a rainy city.
There was even a song about it once.
Yeah, who's that?
The Beautiful South sang a song called Manchester. And they were like, Manchester's always raining, and that was basically it.
Okay. There's barely been a cloud in the sky this weekend, so I suppose it's fairly atypical for the country as a whole, let alone Manchester. So
perhaps it's you. Do you ever think that maybe turning up to play a gig that you bring the sun with you?
Definitely, it's a guarantee. Anybody planning on booking me or who runs a venue, that I will bring sunshine.
You will bring sunshine.
So when I leave, it will be catastrophic thunder and lightning.
So you played with James Hull and Connie last night.
Yeah.
What did you think of those guys?
That was great. Yeah, that was cool. I think Connie said it was his first acoustic gig in Manchester. Maybe.
Yeah,
he used to be in a band, so that's good stuff. And James, I particularly enjoyed. He was really shouty, so that's always going to stick to my head, really.
I love the shouty punts.
Yeah, definitely. But very tuneful as well.
It's not. That's what I was wondering about that before. I saw him with Andrew Cream's gig the night before, and that's kind of how it came about.
Okay.
Oh no, Lewis pulled out playing. Right, let's get someone else to fill in, James. And he played for a pint of Foster's and a shot of Jameson's.
Excellent.
Which is a lot cheaper than what you're charging. Especially with the lax bar staff with the Garrett being like, yeah, I'll take it, it's fine. You talked about the album a little bit. Tell us what it's called and why people should buy it.
It's called Destroy Itself, which is kind of a working title just because it's something that is kind of DIY thing. I've done everything myself on it, and the bits I haven't done have been friends that have done it for sort of favours and things. So I recorded it at home. With my own sort of little setup and mixed it and had a friend kind of master it and guests and little things like that. So you should buy it because I think it's quite good.
So do I.
Yeah, you get to a point where when you've made something and it's taken a while to kind of process and get out there that you sort of lose sight of any kind of objective criticism of it. But I've kind of listened to it every now and again just to sort of check that I still it sounds the way I remember it sounding, and I still enjoy listening to it, which I think is I kind of hope that's a good sign, really.
Also very egotistical to just listen to your own music.
Yeah, I don't make a habit of it. I'm not sort of sat, I'm not walking to work every day kind of listening to it, but you kind of sort of check it out, and every time a new version comes back from being tweaked with, you kind of have a listen, and just before you send it off to be made, and I sort of cranked it. It's one to be listened to loud, I think, and I sort of cranked it, and I started listening for it.
I've got a theory that you only listen to your own music. Is that true?
That's so fucking true.
A theory based off just now.
Just now, just made it up. No, it's usually it's kind of a bit like the amsophone, voice on amsophone kind of effect, where you sort of hear, especially like with older things, once you've finished it and it's done and dusted, you then when you hear it again, you sort of hear the imperfections in it, or you've changed or you've improved, and then older stuff sort of sounds a bit cringeworthy. So probably in about a year's time, I'll be like releasing the second one and going, oh no, I can't stand my voice on that. But that's just a kind of weird kind of quirk that I think a lot of people might have maybe. I mainly listen to crushing metal.
That kind of
like all acoustic musicians, really. That's anyone ever listens to.
That's the thing. One of the things that I notice about your music is it's very different. It's not the typical acoustic fare. It's not even the new wave of folk punk or folk in general. It's very metal influenced, definitely. It's what I take from it. I don't know if you agree with that.
Yeah, totally. I've never really liked acoustic music until I started playing it, to be fair. I really like Jonah Matranga and sort of one-line drawing stuff, and I've always listened to that. And then I had like an old Dashboard Confessional album, and there's sort of odd bits and pieces, but the whole kind of folk type stuff I was never into. And then I started playing with people like Ben Marley and Jim Lockie, and
you were forced to like it.
Well, I think it's more that I wasn't the only singer-songwriter thing, which is a kind of a label I don't really like, because it kind of sounds like a job, and it degenerates the facts of the actual musicianship, I think, and guitaring. But like, I just didn't think that any of them were any good, like, just because it's always kind of boring and over kind of earnest and things. But then I saw people like Ben and Jim, and got more into Frank's stuff, and just kind of realised that there is a lot of heart and passion and intelligence sort of out there. You just have to kind of maybe wade through some of the sort of whiny stuff, or run away from it.
If you hadn't mentioned Ben and Jim, then there was going to be a follow-up question. Does that mean you hate Ben and Jim?
No. It's literally like, I suppose I was always in like full bands when I was younger, so I always listened to big riffy, heavy music, and then when I started playing on my own, I didn't really feel that there was any reason why I should stop doing that. And then it's only as a consequence of playing on acoustic nights a lot that I've been exposed to other people, and kind of, you kind of get to hear different things, and you appreciate it a bit more, I think.
I think last night I had a good balance. I had this sort of Connie playing a little bit softer stuff.
Yeah.
James kind of doing the folk punk thing, and then you with your metal tinge stuff. Yeah. It kind of really worked out really well.
It's good to have variety, I think. If you just have kind of sort of three earnest finger picking sort of things that just sort of sat there and singing the falsetto, then it's not that exciting. But to have a range is it's good variety and spice and life and all that.
I talked about the metal influence in your music. A lot of people, especially last night actually, I was in the toilet at the Garret, and all these people were like, it's like acoustic Ruben. And I was like, alright, I said that before, please, hoping no one's like, it's like acoustic. What do you think of that? Like,
I think it's great to be, if
do you like being compared to people like that? Or is it, would you rather it just be like, take it for its own merits kind of thing?
Yeah, but I think it's impossible to fully just kind of listen to something and just think, oh, I like that, and not try and categorise and pigeonhole it. I think that's what people's natural reactions is to make associations. So, I get kind of a few people sort of saying every now and again, oh, you're like Frank Turner. And I kind of, as much as I like Frank Turner stuff, I feel like the similarity begins and ends in the fact that we're both English men with acoustic guitars.
Yeah.
I don't feel like, there's obviously sort of going to be an influence there because he's awesome, but do you know what I mean? There's not much sort of country and old folk in what I do, but if people want to compare me to stuff that I think is awesome, then as long as they're not saying it's like acoustic Ruben but nowhere near as good, I think that would be a bit
disappointing. And the actually you don't want.
You sort of like this guy, but crap. That's the kind of comparison you make.
Ruben. That's not a good comparison.
No.
It's not one you were getting either last night. What did you think of the crowd?
It was good. Yeah, it's always when you're playing in a sort of pub venue where it's sort of free and so there are people there to watch and there are people there to have a drink, and it's kind of fun trying to win around the people that are there for a drink, but at the same time you kind of got to respect the fact that they might just want to have a drink and not really get involved. But you know,
I think the majority of people were really into it last night. I don't think I usually got that kind of a crowd anyway. I mean, even I just looking at them. There's stuff on the walls, even it's not very sort of rock, and it's not.
Yeah,
kind of strange considering where it is in Manchester. But
it's quite a smart place, isn't it? It's not like your divey kind of rock pub.
Yeah, it's also the offices of Moon and Back Music.
Okay.
That's where me and Ian sit and work stuff out. And like, right, we go there. So it makes a nice office as well as a venue and a pub. If they go, please go to the go.
Yeah, definitely go there and drink booze.
Drink booze.
Very reasonably priced.
Yeah, it is reasonably priced booze.
Double premium.
Did you get a free pint last night?
I did, yeah. I didn't catch the guy's name.
John with the beard.
Yeah, just come up to me and was like, do you want a pint? Yeah.
Cheers, John.
Okay.
I think we got quite a few people in last night that wouldn't usually be there, so hopefully they'll stick around. But no, like I said, I think the majority of people were into it. There was very few that might have just been in there just to chill out, and even if they were, they got quite into it. So I think you did a good job.
Yeah, it was great. Great thing to play. I've had 3 fun days playing to reasonable amounts of people who are listening and kind of making the relevant clapping noises in the right places when I'm not. A lot of my songs have weird endings and false endings and stop and start things, so quite often I like it when people sound slightly confused about when they actually come in to clap, and I have this kind of pointless personal rule that I never say thank you before people have clapped, because a lot of people that finish the song, it's kind of just a kind of, I don't know, people would like go da-da, thank you, and then people clap, and it's fine if people want to do that, but for some reason I've decided that I'm never going to do that. I just, not sort of thank. Yeah, I don't know. So it's quite nice when people kind of are confused.
So I think. That's that one. You said something about playing to the pub audience. Was that the reason for throwing the cover in the set last night, or was that something you do regardless of where you're playing?
I do from time to time. It's something that I went through a phase of just always playing gold on Spandau Ballet, because I learned it for a friend's wedding, and I played at a gig just to try to sort of test run it, and people did the kind of sing-along thing really well, and so it was always a fun thing to throw in. And now it's something I just do if I just think the occasion's right, it is nice for when there's people that, especially when you're kind of a bit like shouty and abrasive, that if people have been sort of listening and are just kind of on the edges, you can have something that they can latch onto and kind of enjoy.
Chinese child in our we definitely got it on YouTube. No, but I think that worked out really well. I think you helped get a lot of people on time. There was definitely people, like you say, they're just out for a drink, and when that sort of came up, they were like, right, okay, I even thought about recording it because I really thought it was.
I know. There's a video on YouTube. The first time I ever played it was in Swindon. That's about a week before this wedding that I played that, and it was one of my best friends, and Usher, and played some songs as well. And literally, as I was about to play it, I thought about trying to get people to do the call and response kind of gold, thinking, well, maybe people will go for it, and they went for it as if they'd been waiting all their lives for the chance to shout the word gold, and then it just cracked me up. So I'm kind of going into fits of giggles every time they do it, and it's a kind of exercise, a demonstration of massive professionalism, really, in how I almost sort of cry with laughter at people singing.